everyone. My name is Lisa Small, and I'm running for Circuit Court Judge, Group 33. The number 33 refers to the 33rd seat on our Circuit Court bench. We have 35 Circuit Court judges in our circuit, and this is an open seat where the incumbent is retiring. I am a 40-year resident of Palm Beach County. I've lived here almost all my life, 40 of 44 years. I'll be 44 on August 24th. And I grew up here, attended public schools, then I went to Georgetown University, which is where I began my path of public service in 1984. I served as a congressional intern for 3 years while in college, and I returned here to the University of Florida to attend law school. I've been a lawyer in our community now for over 17 years, and I've practiced in a wide variety of areas of the law. Everything from business disputes to construction law, community association law, and probate litigation. And I've represented all sides of an issue in those areas of the law, so I can see it from all sides. And I have been involved in all phases of litigation, from pre-suit, motion practice, jury trials, non-jury trials, and appellate practice. So I bring a lot of experience and variety of experience to the bench. I'm running because I want to continue my lifelong commitment to our community, to serving. I've been elected by my peers here in Palm Beach County to serve as president of the Bar Association. And right now I'm serving in my 3rd term, elected term, as a member of the Florida Bar Board of Governors, where I have to make very serious decisions. Decisions having to do with whether to prosecute a lawyer for ethical misconduct. Decisions having to do with what the appropriate sanction is. These are very important decisions. And I'm running to work for you to make sure that all persons are treated respectfully, with dignity, and that the law applies equally to everyone. Because it is absolutely critical that judges are perceived as being fair as to all, applying the law equally, and due process, and it was mentioned at the beginning of this session, that is the most important, that's the most important issue for a judge, is to make sure that you are giving everybody their due process. Because we as lawyers, we have more than one case. But the person who's in court on that day only has that one case, and that's their one day, and we've got to make sure that we do it right.
Since legal aid is not available to family court litigants, what would you suggest as a solution?
I know that the family court, in particular, has a number of people who have to represent themselves because the cost of legal services is so high. I understand that. And as a judge, and you have to have an appreciation for that, and you need to be able to manage that volume and those people who don't know the processes. And you have to make sure, without advocating, that they are at least educated on what the process is, and you help them along, but without advocating, educating. Now, the Palm Beach County Bar Association, we do have a lawyer referral service, which is not as well published as it should be, and that service does have a number of attorneys who have volunteered to be part of the service. There is an administrative fee where people can sit down and have a consultation with a lawyer in a particular practice area and sit down for a fee. And again, I agree with my 2 opponents here that the lawyers, that these people who are representing themselves should be encouraged to at least seek legal counsel. But we all have to understand that more likely than not, they're not going to be able to. And we do need to improve the status of pro bono here in our county. Our county, I want you to know, as a matter of statewide practice, our county does an absolutely fantastic job, the Legal Aid Society of Palm Beach County, in delivering pro bono services, and I am a volunteer lawyer with Legal Aid.
What are your views about cameras in the courtroom?
Well, in the circuit court, we do sometimes have TV cameras in the courtroom, and circuit court, just like the county court and actually the Florida Supreme Court, we all operate in the sunshine. That's the sunshine law, and I do believe that we should allow access to TV cameras so that the people can see how our courtrooms are operating. But at the same instance, I do believe in some very limited circumstances, certain sets of facts, we do need to limit TV cameras, especially in the interest of children in particular. Our U.S. Supreme Court, just to contrast, just to let you know, we still don't have TV cameras yet in the U.S. Supreme Court. I'll wait to see what happens in the future there.
Thank you, Lisa. Do you see a conflict of interest in the practice of attorneys campaigning for and donating to judicial candidates?
Absolutely not. I don't believe that there is a conflict of interest for judicial candidates to accept contributions from attorneys or other persons in our community. There is a legion of cases, appellate cases, Florida Supreme Court cases that state that as a matter of law, there is no conflict of interest. I am proud of the support that I'm receiving from our community, and the support comes by endorsements, by on the ground passing out pamphlets, word of mouth, and it also comes with financial support, because in our country, people are not limited in running for office to the extent of their personal wealth. Otherwise, if we had people who only could pay for it themselves, then all we would have would be wealthy people running for office. And so we as a country, as a democracy, allow for the contributions, and we allow it for our judges, because we, the people, we are electing our judges in the state of Florida. We have this hybrid system, and no, I don't believe that it is a conflict of interest. And it's not just my belief, but it's what the law of the state of Florida says. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Use of required universal transcription in family court.
I agree. I think we have it right now, the hybrid system, where we have the election of judges, the appointment of judges, and that on your trial court level, judges are subject to re-election, because we know with the merit retention system as it is, you'll see there are going to be appellate court judges on your ballot up for merit retention this cycle. And you vote yes and no, and what is the interest in those races, and what is the level of education to the voters for whether to retain or not retain those judges. There's no education. Yes. So I mean, that's the current state of affairs. I think we have it right. Just to contrast, other states, even for judicial office at the trial court level, like we're doing right now, and we're doing it nonpartisan. And we as judicial candidates, as a group, we really appreciate this opportunity to come here and share our qualifications with you, because we have limited opportunities and places to go, people to see. So in other states, they run partisan, which is outrageous. I think it's really important that we keep it nonpartisan and that we keep the system as we have it right now.
I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I just want to really briefly, Palm Beach County National Organization for Women is a 501c3 organization, which means that we don't do direct endorsements. However, Florida State now has a PAC, which is a 501c4, which means that they can do endorsements. So based on our recommendations, we're going to be bringing that to the Florida State PAC. That's going to be on July 31st. And directly following that, we will publish our endorsements for these races. And I want to thank all the judges candidates, the judicial candidates, for coming out. You guys were incredible. You were very entertaining and very informative.